Cronuts, one of the most prized and difficult donuts to make. And what it is it's a combination between a croissant and a donut. And it has a bunch of layers in it. You look, here, one of these open. The inside of it looks like a croissant right there. And these are deep fried, like yeast donuts, and they're made with a yeast dough. And they're folded and laminated to make a lot of layers. With all that being said, I'm gonna attempt to make these. I'm gonna attempt to make one of the hardest pastries out there. And this might get interesting. So come along, let's hit the kitchen and let's see if we can reproduce these. So here we are back in the kitchen and we're gonna start on these cronuts. I've already measured all the ingredients to start the dough. So the only thing to do now is just get to mixing it. Once we get the dough to the state that we want it, then we're going to throw it in a bowl, cover it, and let it rise for about an hour. Then we'll pull it out and continue the lamination process. Okay, we're gonna mix all our dry ingredients. So we got 150 grams of AP flour, 150 grams of bread flour, got our salt, yeast, and some sugar. Before we add our wet ingredients, we're gonna need to melt the butter and bring the milk up to 120 degrees. According to the recipe that I'm following, when you put cold milk in, it slows down the proofing, the fermenting. So we're gonna heat it up to 120, add it all in, and then we'll get it on the mixer. All right, we're gonna get this on the mixer and get it mixed up. Then we'll start working on getting the dough ready. I'm a goober. All right, we've got this dough. Looks like it's about what it looked like to me on the recipe that I seen. We want it to be like this, so. All right, we're gonna put this in a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it rise for about an hour. All right, the dough has been proofing for a while, and we're gonna degas it and roll it out into a log, and then we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for a little while and let it set up. Then we'll pull it out and start laminating. So we'll start off by throwing a little flour down. All right. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. Get it in the refrigerator, let it sit up, then we'll pull it out and start laminating. Okay, so here we are back now that we've let this sit in the refrigerator for a while. It's nice and firm. One of the things about dough, from my understanding, again, this is the first time I've ever made these, first time I've ever worked with yeast dough, but the video I watched said that one of the problems of it getting warm is that the fats, the butter that's inside of it, will start getting runny, and then your dough just falls apart at that point. So that's one of the reasons that you're going to refrigerate this before you work with it, and then you're going to refrigerate it in between each of the laminating processes. So we're going to get this dough out, we're going to get it rolled out, and then we're going to put a significant amount of butter on this thing, and then we're going to tri-fold it. Once we do that, we put it back in the refrigerator for half an hour and bring it out, and then we continue the lamination process so that we can get that butter dough, 55 layers. Then we get it to where we need it to roll it out the final time and cut the donuts out. Now we're gonna put our butter in there. Some people make a sheet out of this. I mean, a lot of the ones I've seen make a sheet out of this, but I watched a French chef who just put softened butter on it. So I'm gonna do that, and his turned out just fine. So I'm gonna use this softened butter, and we're gonna laminate with that. Gotta put a nice thick layer of butter on there. And out. Add a little more. All right, now we're going to fold it in a third. All right, we're gonna get this back in the refrigerator, let it harden back up with that butter, and then we're gonna start rolling and laminating. So let's get it in the refrigerator. All right, round 2 of the laminating process. Pretty firm. You got it tri-folded. Again, tri-fold just means you fold it like you would a letter before you stick it in an envelope. So we're gonna put this back in the cooler and let it set up again for 30 minutes ish, and then we'll do the final lamination, put it back in the cooler, take it out, and then we'll roll it out to cut. All right. We're going to laminate it one more time. All right. All right, back in the fridge it goes. While we wait for that to finish up in the fridge for the final time, we're gonna go ahead and make a glaze to go on top of it. And I thought I'd make a cream cheese one. So this is just a real simple cream cheese glaze that we're gonna put on the top of the cronuts once they come out of the fryer. So let me show you how to do this real quick. We got 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, half a cup of powdered sugar, quarter teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2.5 tablespoons of heavy cream. Just mix this up until it's smooth. All right, we'll set this to the side until after they're done. And then we'll have a a very tasty cream cheese icing. I love that. That is delicious. All right, guys, we're at the final step before we throw them in the deep fryer. We are going to roll this out, cut our donuts, but we're also going to let them proof for a little while, and then we're going to refrigerate them so they're easier to get off of the pan and into the grease without sticking. So bear with us. We're about to get them in the grease and see how they turn out. I'm interested myself. All right, we're gonna let these proof in room temperature for a while, probably about an hour, and then we're gonna put them in the refrigerator so that they can set up a little bit. The reason for that is the way that I cut them out on the dough. So I got a whole pile of donut holes, and that'll be cool because I can feed those to my coworkers. So let's get this to proofing, and we'll see you in just a minute. And now, the moment of truth. We did have some rise pretty good. They look pretty nice. They rose pretty good. So then you have some that didn't rise so good, but the dough is probably thinner right there. So let's get these in here and see how it goes. These should go for 90 seconds. Then we'll flip them. You got to be careful. These things will fall apart in here. I just had one fall apart. The verdict. So here we are with obviously my cronuts and a professional's cronuts. You can see they have a lot of differences. My lamination is literally coming apart. Theirs is nice and solid. It didn't turn out. It turns out that this is really hard to do, and the likelihood of you getting it on your first try is slim to none. I know some things that I probably should have done different, and I will try that in the future. Also turns out that cream cheese doesn't melt on there and all uniform like the sugar on here. Let's taste them and see what they're like. Taste-wise, these are pretty good. And that cream cheese does taste good. I don't think the dough is as light and airy as it's supposed to be, but it doesn't taste bad. See what Piper thinks. Was that delicious?
Tastes good, but it's falling apart. Nice job.
Well, you don't have to be rude. Let's try the professional. Everything about that's better. It's lighter, more airy, tastes really good. You can see that fluffiness. In here, it's just all the laminates are coming loose. I gotta keep working on that. Here, we gotta give Piper a taste. What do you think about that one?
That's way better.
I know, it is better. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming along on another journey to do the cronuts. Once again, realize that I've still got some practice to do. Me and Piper are going to keep doing this, and in the next video, we're going to compare some cookies. So tune in on the next video. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe so you'll know when that next video comes out, and we'll catch you next time. Say bye, Piper.
Bye. See ya.